Hi everyone, I hope you're enjoying your lazy Sunday afternoon. Hopefully you're getting a little bit of relaxation in today. I was doing some stamping and wanted to share an idea with you that I was reminded of by a fellow Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that was making one of these for Christmas. And I decided this would be a great way to give a gift to my son for Christmas. And Victoria, if you're watching this, do not tell your brother, because she's on my channel. So anyways, this is making a mini album, or I guess a souped up card out of envelopes. And so what I have here is two Stampin' Up! Envelopes, and these ones are in Whisper White. And in the catalog, you'll find them there, and you can actually get 40 envelopes for $10.25. So they're a very good value, and they're a very nice, I guess, heavy quality, so you're not going to miss up. And they're smooth, so if you're going to stamp on them or whatever, they're just really nice, and they just finish up your cards nicely. Anyway, so I have two of them today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use my Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to just put some adhesive here on one of the flaps. So just like this, and I'm just going to cover up like this, the part that you normally would lick, like the sticky part at the top. And then I'm going to take my other envelope and I'm going to actually just line it up here with the fold and the edges and stick that on here. So I'm just going to turn it over and make sure I kind of got it on both sides evenly. And so what this is going to do is that this is going to fold over, and then this little flap is going to kind of contribute to our closure. And so I want this to be a nice masculine card. And so I am going to use a Memories and More pack, and it's actually called let me just look it up, the World of Good Memories and More pack. And you can get all sorts of Memories and More packs out of the catalog. They're just 15 something or other, I think $15.95, and you get a whole stack of cards. So they'll come like this, and there's a whole bunch of 4x6 cards. These ones are beautiful. Like, they've got, all of them have sort of specialty paper in them. You also get a number of 3x4 cards, just little ones. And we'll use these as well. But these are kind of meant for scrapbooking, and so you can use these for scrapbooking as well. But I wanted to show you another way to use them today. You also get some stickers. I guess I should show you that, because I do use a few stickers in this project. So these just peel off and stick onto your project. So this color combination, I guess, I find just to be more masculine, and I know that my son is going to love it. So this is what we're going to use to give him his gift today. So I did have to trim down a 4x6 because these are not 4x6. I cut this down. Let me just tell you what I cut it down to. 5 3/4, and it's by 4. So it's already the 4, and I cut it down to 5 3/4. The long ways, and this is going to go on the front of our card just like this. So I'm going to just show you exactly what I'm going to do as I go through it. All right, so we're going to add some more seal on here, and you could use whatever adhesive you have. If you have the liquid glue, you can use that. I'm just going to use this and stick this onto the front here, trying to line it up in the middle as best as I can. The nice white border, I think that just makes the colors pop. And so I do want to color up this. And so what I did actually was I just laid this out onto, I was using this green paper here out of the pack, and I just lined it up with the other side and then traced it and cut it out. And so this one's going to go on here. I'll just do that. And you can see when you're using the Memories and More kit how quickly this comes together, because most of it is like the colors are already combined for you. Most of it is done for you. It's just a matter of putting it together. So once you have your idea of what you're doing, it's just a matter of sticking it all together. Okay, so there's that. On the inside, I want the same color on my inside flap here, but I actually am going to make it a little bit longer so it tucks in underneath here and creates a little bit of a longer, or colors this part also. So what I did, the same thing, I just turned it over, traced it with a pencil, and I'm going to use my paper snips here and just cut that out as best as I can. So just following along the line that I traced. And if I have to go back and trim it up a little bit after, I can do that also, but let's just get this done here for you. Okay, so I'm going to slide that in like this until it lines up with the top of the card. And mine's nice and tight because, like you saw, Mine was a little bit small to start with. So I'm going to just line it up like that. And I think I'm going to have to go back and trim it again after, but that's okay. I want to make sure that it lines up, more importantly, with the sides than with the top at this point. And I can see that it's covering all the way in here, so I'm happy with that. I'm just going to go ahead and add some adhesive in here. Normally I would take this out, but because mine's so tight, I'm just going to try and work with it. You could even lick that and lick the licky part at the top. And I mean, it's so tight that I don't have to worry about getting glue all the way down to the bottom by any means. It's going to stay in there pretty good. And I'm going to just take that and I'm just going to quickly trim that up so that it matches the front. Okay, so if you're a better tracer than I am, or you're not trying to hurry because you're not doing a video, you won't have to do all of this extra trimming. Yours will be perfect the first time. But since we're on here today, and this is Stamping with Sarah Lynn, there's always things to fix. So that's just the way it goes in this world sometimes. Okay, I want to make sure that I got this right, because this is actually going to be a gift. Okay, and so you can see at this point, I've got the front done, and this I've got to fold according to find the outside fold where my envelope naturally folds. And just make a nice little crease here. And if you have a bone folder, you could use your bone folder to get it done really nicely. If you don't, just use your hands. So anyways, this is going to fold over like so. So in order to close it, well, we'll get to the closure part after because that'll be the last step. We're going to, on the inside, what we're going to do is make a couple of inserts for our pockets. And again, all that I've done here is I've taken some of the 4x6 cards and trimmed it down to 5 3/4. And then we're going to put these inside like this. And so what you can do with these inserts is a couple things. One, these ones are blank on the back, so you could write on the back. You could add a picture on here, which is what I'm going to actually do, put a picture in here. Or you could glue a gift card if you're going to be giving a gift card for the holiday season. So, or birthday, or this set actually would be really nice for graduation. It talks a lot about, you know, adventure and discover, explore, dream big, all those types of, that type of terminology. And so, or of course, travel, you could make a mini travel journal or album to share. So you could do all those kinds of things, but you can spruce this up in a way, and I'll show you how to make it a little bit more Christmassy if you wanted to give this for Christmas. And that's kind of why I'm using the greens here to just add a little bit of that color. So this insert here, I just want to add like a tab that's going to go inside. And so I'm going to look at my stickers here and see which one. I think I'm just going to use one of these gold ones. And I think I like this one. So I'm going to put one of these just on the front here, line it up with the edge. And then maybe one on the back so that it's the same. Let's see, where did I put that? I put that over here. So I can kind of see where it goes here. Okay, so I'm going to line that up like that. Make sure that it's not sticking over the top. And now I have sort of a pull tab on here. And again, I'm going to put a picture on this one. So I'm just going to leave this like this and insert it into my album. So super easy. You could use any of the stickers that you wanted. This one kind of blends in a little bit. So another option that you could use also would be like, say, one of these white ones, and then just cut it or fold it in half and stick that over the edge, and then you would see it a little bit more. You could do something like that. You could even stick it up a little bit. Like, you've got a little bit of room here. If you wanted to have your pull tab stick out a little bit, you could do that too. But I'm going to stick with this. I think that that's just fine because I want as much room as I can to put something on this card. So on the front of these, I'm going to use these little cards. And I know this isn't Christmassy. I mean, if you had the, in the Christmas catalog or the holiday mini, there's a Merry Christmas Memories and More kit. You could make this completely Christmassy, but I'm not. I'm making it like this. My son, you make the world a better place. So I'm going to adhere this on, and look at the back, as those colors are just so pretty. And I would say that these colors kind of coordinate with some of our in colors, like Misty Moonlight and Bumblebee. So if you're looking for other colors to coordinate, that would be a good place to start. Okay, on the other side, We are also going to have an insert and a card to go on the front. So I have chosen this one for the left side. On the back, it says, "The world is yours." And so this is going to go inside here. And so maybe I will try that other idea that I gave you about using one of the globes on here as my, and maybe I'll use one of these bigger globes. Oh, wait. See, these ones here, they're going to kind of pull up and you're going to have holes in there. So it's not going to be solid. So I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use this white one. And you can see here what happened. Like you'll see this one on the front after I show you that when you pull up the sticker, it's actually leaves some hollow lines in there. So that's similar to what that other globe is going to do. So I am going to stick this on here. And then you could fold it over, but I think it's a little too thick. Like it's quality cardstock that they've used there. So I'm going to just trim it and stick it onto the other side like this. Line it up with the top. And there you go. So that one shows a little bit more, and I think I like that actually. But so one thing to consider here is that your words are turned the right way. So that's going to go on the back. And then again, I want to use the front to write. And something you could do is if you wanted to write, you could stick one of these on here too. And then you have a white spot to write. But I'm actually going to put a gift card and a picture on mine. So I'm just going to leave them as is. And this is our insert on this side. So you can spruce this up as much as you want or as little as you want, whatever you would like to do. So I am going to put this green one over here. So try and line it up a little bit with the other side. I mean like this side. So that they're kind of even. And there you go. You've got the start of a beautiful album. You could add some stickers in here, like for example, this little globe or some feathers. You could add, I don't think I really want to put the feathers in here. I might take one of these globes, so they're really pretty, and just stick it down here. Like everything is in here. You don't really need to add anything. You could stamp on here. You could, again, make it more Christmassy by adding other things. You could add ribbon in here. You could do whatever you like, but I am going to keep mine just simple because, again, I want this to be masculine. I want this for my son, and I think my son will appreciate this simplistic look. So, all right. So again, I'm going to show you the front. So this is how this is going to go. And in order to close this, I created a belly band. So all that is, this was like a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and I cut a strip of 12 inch by 1.5, right? 1.5? Yeah, 1.5. And then I took the card, and don't mind the sticker, I'll explain that in a minute. And I literally just placed it on the front and folded the one side and the other side like this. And then I'm going to tape them together. So I'm going to kind of do a loose tape on here. And if you have tear-in tape or some of the stronger adhesive, you could use that to make sure that this doesn't break on you. And so you don't need the full 12 inches, but I think that just having a little bit of extra stick on there is nice when it's a belly band and it's going to be getting removed. So that's what I've done so far. Now, the other thing that I am adding to this is because I wanted to put a label on, is I actually just cut out a label from the Tasteful label. Is that what it's called? The Tasteful label dies. I cut out this label in white, and then I put a sticker on here. So you get some stickers again, like this. I took this and stuck it on the front, so I have the nice copper edging on there, and I stamped "Just for You." Again, simple, clean, and I'm going to adhere that on there. You could stick it on with dimensionals if you want to, which I actually might. And so this again was that sticker that I showed you off of one of the cards right here. And because it's not long enough to go across the whole front of the card, I just cut it in half and put half on one side and half on the other, because you're not going to be able to, because I'm going to put a label over the top like this. Okay, so let's get some dimensionals. And I got a new pack here of dimensionals. Take out a couple here. And remember, it's just going along the middle of your card, so you're going to want to strategically place your dimensionals just in the middle. And I stamped the sentiment here in Early Espresso, which coordinates with this paper here on the front. And I'm just going to go like that and stick it on like that. And so I did mention, like, I think it still looks festive. You've got the gold and the green in here, and you could add some sprigs, some leaf sprigs or something on here if you wanted to, coming out from behind to make it a little bit more festive, or you could use a wreath. That would actually look really pretty. You could put that on here with this in the middle, or I never thought about this, and I should have. I've got all of this Forever Gold Specialty Designer Series paper, and I wonder, that might look really nice. So in here, you've got all of these laser cut pieces of images. And I never thought about this, but some of this might look really nice in here. And so all of these cut pieces like this, like even if I took like this one here, maybe, or this one's a little bit more Christmassy, maybe. I don't know. Let's just try one. I'm going to just pop one of these out very carefully because they're very, very fine and very, very fragile. So you want to be careful with these. And that's why they're so nicely wrapped up for you. Oops. And so, I mean, you could just stick something like this in behind. I think that is really nice. And I think that just makes it a little bit more festive. So that's what I'm going to do. And for this, you want to use like a fine tip glue pen or your white Tombow glue, multi-purpose glue, whatever we're calling this. And then just kind of, I'm not going to do this over top of my project because we all know how that ends. I'm going to just stick some glue in here. And if I would have known I was doing this, I would have done it before I stuck my label down. But, you know, that's how we roll. We just create as we go. So this is the Forever, what did I say? Forever Season Specialty Laser Paper. I don't know what it's called. I'll have to look that up. I'll tag it for you below. All right, so we're going to just stick it on like that underneath, and it's going to make it a little bit more festive. The other thing I was thinking, that if you wanted to incorporate like a red, I think that this Mary Merlot red actually coordinates really nicely with this. So if you didn't want to have, this is Bumblebee, sorry, this yellow piece I used here was Bumblebee. If you wanted to add some red to this, you could definitely, I think the Mary Merlot would look really pretty. So if you wanted to make it even more festive, you could do that. If it's not for Christmas, then it doesn't matter, but mine is actually for Christmas. So I wanted to add a little bit, and I think that is the perfect touch. So again, let me see what that's called for you. The Forever Gold Specialty Designer Series paper. So that would look really nice to dress up this card inside or out. And so there you go. That's what I was making today. Oh, and I glued that onto there. I'm going to take this off so that it can dry. And that'll just dry clear, so don't worry about that. And that's that. So you've got your belly band and your card. Easy. Such a nice way to give a gift card or to send pictures to family, a little bit of an update. You could definitely do that. You could on one put a family picture in here, for example, and on the other one put your update of your family. So-and-so did this year, and this is what's going on, or your letter or whatever, tuck it into one of the folders. So this is just a nice festive way to give a gift, whether it's for Christmas or for not. This is a nice, like I said, graduation set. So anyways, happy stamping. I hope you enjoy that. I hope you're able to make this quick and fun project. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a wonderful Sunday. Bye-bye.